Romans 13, 11, and 12. This is all the more urgent, for you know how late it is. Time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. The night is almost gone. The day of salvation will soon be here. So remove your dark deeds like dirty clothes and put on the shining armor of right living. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord.
What happened to him?
When he was found, he was in a very low, dark place.
Oh wow, he must have lost oxygen.
I'm not quite sure what happened. I just know I was trying my best and it just didn't seem good enough. And I entered a place called Dream and I opened a door called Potential and it still didn't make sense. I tried my best. I believed, I prayed, I kept going. I never gave up. I kept focused for so long. I kept my mind clean. I kept my space clean. I stopped doing some of the things I used to do. I fought through some of the temptations. I said no to the devil several times. I had opportunities to do it a different way, but I still ended up here under confusion, lost. My mind hasn't been clear for a long time. I don't know. I want to do better. But now I'm in this place. I'm in this darkness. I'm drowning. I'm lost. But you, yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, the person sitting in the audience looking at me, all of you, as I lay here in this hospital bed, as I'm on the edge of a death, and I could go either direction. Many of you, yes, you looking at me, are just like me, and you can't see it yet. You've had dreams that have died. You've got possibilities that people told you were impossible, and you begin to believe them. You've got ideas that you'll never pursue. You are just like me. Your vision has died. You had goals even going into 2022. Every year, new me. But you still didn't pursue. You still didn't go for it, and now it's dying and you don't see your way out. Yes, I came to talk to you tonight. The real person that's real enough with themselves that can admit, I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now. I know the Bible said, never have I seen the righteous forsaken or its seed begging for bread. I know the Bible said I'm blessed in the city and blessed in the field, blessed in my coming and blessed in my going. I know the word of the Lord declares that the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and adds no sorrow to it. I know what the Bible says, but what am I doing? As I lay here, I came tonight to tell you to get up. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's time to get up. We've been down for too long. We haven't been able to understand our own way out. We haven't been able to revive ourselves. Tonight, I'm declaring a revival. I don't know who this is for, but somebody you need to know. I declare tonight that this church, yes, the 3D church, is entering into a season of revival. I declare right here, as I'm sitting here, as clear as you see me now, that this is a season of revival. I wish I had about 10 people that would just find somebody and say, it's revival time. It's time to wake up, time to wake up the dream. It's time to wake up the idea. It's time to wake up your purpose. It's time to wake up the vision. It's time to wake it up. Look at somebody, say, wake up, neighbor. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Say, it can't end like this. This can't be it. This can't be all it is. He said, I am the head and not the tail. He said, I'm above only and not beneath. He said, I'll be the lender and no longer the borrower. Come on, somebody. I wish you would just agree. It's revival time in this church. As we look at the text tonight, we realize in the book of Romans, chapter 13, the 11th verse, as I'm in the NLT, it says, this is all the more urgent. And I just need somebody to hear me tonight that there is a sense of urgency that we need to pursue in 2023. We are declaring that this is our year of no limits, that every limit that has been placed on us is coming off. The shackles are coming off of my feet so I can dance. Matter of fact, I wish somebody would just stand up right now and sit back down and give God a praise because you just got your freedom. Oh yeah, come on. There's a sense of urgency that we must move in. There's a sense of urgency. As I'm laying here, I'm beginning to lose my pulse. I'm losing pulse. I'm trying everything I can to not flatline, but I'm losing my pulse. My pulse is getting weaker and I'm losing my strength to push forward. But I wish somebody would declare that God is my strength, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Matter of fact, the joy of the Lord is my strength. That's for somebody that came in here tonight that feels defeated, that feels lost, that feels confused. I dare you to just say with me, I'm getting my strength back. But as I'm laying here tonight, my pulse is growing weaker. I'm growing faint. I'm unconscious of what God has promised over my life. I'm unconscious and I'm not aware of what's happening, and I have lost my sense of urgency. And I hope I'm not a bearer of bad news tonight when I say this, but I want to let you know the truth. Time is running out for all of us. If you're anything like me, you understand that yesterday is gone and tomorrow may never be promised. All we have now is the present, and that's why we call it the gift. Somebody wake up. You need a sense of urgency on your destiny. If I could tell you to write something down, I would tell you to write down that destiny must be pursued in urgency. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to worry. You don't have time to wonder. You need to pursue. I wish about 52 of y'all in this room would just say, I'm pursuing. Before you end up like me, before you end up in a comatose state, before it's too late and before your pulse is growing weaker. Some of you don't understand that you have a pulse, and your pulse is the rhythm of life, that everything about life is set on a rhythm. The problem with so many of us is we lose urgency because we confuse being urgent with being in a hurry. There's a thin line between moving with a sense of urgency and rushing. God did not call you to rush. As a matter of fact, the word declares, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Don't rush God, but you gotta move so God can move. I've always wondered why they call it rush hour when nothing is moving. It's because everybody's rushing has caused a traffic jam. God is saying, don't rush me, but with urgency, continue to trust me. Tap your neighbor and tell them, don't rush the process, because all good things take time. That's why it ain't happened for you yet, neighbor. Look at your neighbor, tell them, that's why it ain't happened for you yet. You know why? Because God said it takes time to make a masterpiece. You've been trying to rush God, but rushing never saved the time that planning did. Some of y'all need to write the vision and make it plain this year. Oh man, who am I talking to? Listen, life is not a race. It is a gift, so enjoy it. Don't rush through it. But that does not mean sit still. Faith without works is dead. So many people in this room tonight, you've been walking by faith and not by sight in your mind, but not in your actions. Faith is an action word. You have to activate faith by moving. In 2023, this year that's coming, this year that we're walking into, you don't have time to sit around and hope that things happen. You got to make things happen with God in his rhythm, in his time. And somebody say, I'm getting my pulse back. But then you'll start the year off like you always do. Excited, motivated, flowing in a good rhythm, and then life will happen. And y'all know, as we say in this church, life be lifing. But when life starts lifing, you can't stop pushing. When life starts throwing it at you, you gotta throw it back. You gotta keep pursuing. You gotta keep pressing. You gotta keep your rhythm up, no matter what they say about you. I know when you walked in the room, they all looked at you as if they were talking about you. And let me encourage you and tell you, they probably were, but so what? You gotta push. You gotta pursue, because there's something that God is doing that they don't understand yet. I know they didn't invite you to the Christmas party last month, but I'm telling you now, it don't matter, because what God is doing in you and through you, can't nobody stop you. Ain't no devil in hell that can hold you back. Ain't no adversary, ain't no hater, ain't no boss, ain't no coach. Can't nobody stop what God's intended for you. I need you to wake up tonight. Wake up tonight. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, wake up. It's okay. I understand that you overspent for Christmas and your money's funny. I understand you don't see how the bills are gonna get paid next month. I know that your contract is ended. I know they just laid you off from the job. But can I encourage you tonight to keep your pulse pumping? Oh, somebody, you gotta fight back. I'm laying here now in this hospital bed, and I know I'm losing my push. I know I'm losing my focus, but tonight I gotta fight back. I don't care what nobody says. I'm reminded of my great-grandmother, who was often transported to the hospital on what was perceived to be her deathbed. But she would fight back I don't know if you had a fighting grandmother. She may be long gone now. But one thing I know about my grandmama is no matter how hard it got, she was going to be a fighter to the end. She would not give up too fast. She would not give up too easy. I don't know who I'm talking to, but life has beat you down and they have counted you for dead. But I need you to high five 3 people right now and tell them they can't count. Tell them the ones that counted you for dead ain't no good at math. They can't count because what my faith has accounted for. Oh, come on, somebody. They might have counted you for dead, but they haven't accounted for what my God is saying. Woo! Either I'm in the wrong church tonight or y'all just don't know when to shout. But I need you to know that what the devil meant for your bad, come on, God will turn around for your good. The Bible declares that all things are working together for the good of those who love God and have been called according to his purpose. Find somebody else and say, neighbor, wake up. You can't stay here. Time is running out. None of us have tomorrow to lean on. So let's focus and stand up on today. I know it's been difficult. I know your children got on your last nerves this year. I know the principal calling you multiple times has bothered your peace. I know the job hasn't been peaceful this year. For some reason, it's like after the pandemic, it got even harder to work. I know what it feels like to want to give up. I'm here. I'm laying in this situation now. I don't feel like fighting, but I gotta fight. And I know some of you are just like me. No matter how hard you fight, it seems like it won't get better. No matter how hard you work, it's like the money doesn't get better in your bank account. No matter how better you eat, your health will not get better. It's still declining. No matter how much you work out, you won't lose weight. I know what it feels like. And my pulse, no matter how much I'm encouraging you tonight, my pulse is still growing weaker. I'm trying not to flatline, but I feel it coming. I know I'm at my wit's end, and I gotta do something. I ain't got nothing left to give. Is there anybody in here like me with nothing else? You tired? You only here tonight because somebody drug you out the house. You've been praying and it seems like God doesn't hear you. Nothing changes. I'm just weak.
Clear. Turning up the volts to 250. Clear.
That was a close one. I don't know, man. I'm trying, y'all. All I heard was the word clear, and I felt this jolt go through my body, this power that came over me. That's why you need people around you that will lift you up when you fall short. You need people around you that will pray for you and get the power of God flowing through you. Who are you surrounding yourself with in this season? Because I'm telling you now, some of you, God won't do it, not because he doesn't want to do it for you, but because you connected to them. And if he does it for you, while you're connected to them, he's going to bless them. And that ain't who he want to bless. Be careful who's surrounding you. If it was not for these amazing people standing over me tonight, I wouldn't be here. I don't know who this is for tonight, but God is saying you need to check your circle. When I get in my car, I have a reverse cam, and before they tell you to look at the screen, they say, don't look at the screen, you need to check your surroundings. I know you trust this screen because it's accurate, it's been aligned, it's appropriated. I understand that it's calibrated perfectly. But before you look at the screen, I need you to check your surroundings. God is saying, I know I'm perfect. I know I'm positioned. I know what I can do. But before you look at me, I need you to check your surroundings. Because God wants to use you, but he cannot bless you connected to them. This amazing medical staff said clear. But so many of us tonight are unclear because of the people surrounding us. It just got dark and I lost sight. And if you could write this down, you lose sight when you lose light. And that's why the people around you have to keep your light going. Be careful of surrounding yourself with people who dim your light. Because when you lose light, you lose sight. Just a week ago, we had the most amazing production. We gave away over 4,000 toys as a church. And there was an amazing production that the entire church, man, volunteers and everybody came together in the name of community, under the name of Christ, and through an amazing production that had all kind of characters and mascots. And one thing about those mascots is when they put those masks on, they lost the ability to see clearly. Some of us don't understand that we can't see because we're surrounded by darkness. And one of the most scariest rooms to walk in is a room with no light on. That's why your faith steps have not been big enough in this season. Because you're afraid that if I step too far too fast, if I take too big of a step, I'm going to crash and run into something. Because I can't see. I don't know who this is for, but get out of dark circles in 2023. I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about. Those friends that pull you to the club and try to push you away from church. Those friends that remind you of the drink that you used to share together in and the drug that y'all passed around the room, but won't come to church and pass the communion cup or the offering plate. Those people, God is saying, get out of dark space so that I can shine my light into your destiny. Because time is running out. Find 3 people, say clear. Clear. Clear, clear, clear. You need to clear your mind in this season. Clear your mind so God can clear the way. Clear your soul and your spirit so that God can clear the way. I don't know who this is for, but somebody, you need to get clear tonight. Oh, I'm growing weak. I'm growing weak. I'm trying. I just want to finish this word tonight. I gotta get up from here, but my pulse is, I can feel my destiny leaving me.
Go ahead and call it.
Time of death 11:49 p.m. This is such a tragic loss. He was full of so much potential. Is that a pulse?
Verse 12 says, the night is almost gone and the day of salvation will soon be here. So remove your dark deeds like dirty clothes and put on the shining armor of right living. But I need you to say this after me. God's not finished yet. Man, I wish I had about 32 people in this room that could just agree that God is not finished yet, that it is not over. I'm just getting started. I don't know who this is, but somebody, you just woke up tonight. Oh man, somebody just caught wind that God is still moving in their direction. Somebody just realized God is still coming down your street. Tonight, I need you to declare right now. My grandma used to sing an old time song that said, the devil thought he had me, but I got away. It's not too late. I came to talk to every senior citizen in the room tonight that has a plan and a purpose. I need you to know that God is declaring and urging me to tell you, it's not too late. I came to talk to every person that doesn't have enough money to get started, that God is saying right now, it's not too late. They just called me dead, but God still had a plan for me. And just like me, God still has a plan for you. All it takes is a spark to start a wildfire. And in God, all it takes is a mustard seed size amount of faith to get his attention. I don't know about you tonight, but I declare that I'm waking up, I'm rising up, I'm getting up out of this bed. I'm moving beyond what I see. I'm moving beyond what I feel into what passion has purposed in me. But this time when you get out the bed, when you come back to, when you get up, don't just get up like you always do. I need you to get up with purpose. I need you to get up with passion. I need you to get up with intentionality, knowing that God has purposed it. And the Bible declares that he who begins a good work in me shall see it to the day of completion. I don't know about you, but y'all need to get up. I know some of you have given up. I know some of you have thrown in the towel and walked away from the fight, but I'm declaring right now, stop giving up on yourself. God hasn't given up on you. Don't you give up on you. I know you don't feel worthy, but God says you're more than worthy. Grab your neighbor by the hand and shake it real hard and say, neighbor, it's time to get up. I wish somebody would get up in this church. I wish somebody would wake up out your sleep and give God praise for keeping you. Somebody say it's 2023 and I'm just getting started. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor, wish somebody would wake up past what the enemy tried to put you in. Get up past the afflictions. Get up past depression. Okay, y'all don't feel me. See, some of y'all got up right there, and you got up just like me, but you got up in a new opportunity with the same clothes on. I wish somebody would take some things off of your life that don't belong there anymore. I don't need these clothes no more. I ain't held down no more. I wish somebody would get rid of. Look at your neighbor and say, take something off tonight. Take off fear. Take off depression. Take off frustration. Take off anxiety. Take off affliction. Take off addiction. Somebody say, I'm taking something off tonight. Oh, y'all ain't feeling me. Y'all ain't feeling me. Listen, I don't know who this is for, but your next season is going to be different from the one you in. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you might as well take your phone out and take a selfie right now. Because when you see yourself this time next year, you ain't going to look nothing like what you look like right now. I wish I had a real church of witnesses right now that would give God praise in this amazing church. Come on, somebody, wake up. Wake up, there's more in you. There's purpose in you. There's destiny in you. Listen, I don't know what it took, but one thing I know is when I was in this bed, all I could see was there were so many dreams that are laying in the bed just like this. There were so many ideas that never came out. And I'm coming to talk to somebody today that's excited about your future. I don't know about y'all, but I came with a shout in my spirit. Oh, I'm gonna shout tonight because God didn't have to do it, but he did. I wish I had a but he did praise in this place. I wish I had at least 15 people with a but he did. In spite of me, in spite of my bad decisions, in spite of my bad opportunities, but he still did it. Anybody grateful? He still did it. Yeah, open your mouth, 3D. Open your mouth and give him praise. Is there anybody in this room like me that say, I'm not going into 2023 like a punk? I'm going into 2023 taking everything that God has purposed for me. I'm going all the way in because God didn't have to keep me. But my grandma used to say it didn't have to happen like this, but God kept me. Anybody grateful that he kept you in this church? Yeah. One more time, put those Holy Ghost hands together. Put those Holy Ghost hands together. I'm taking my selfie for real because I know something's turning around for me. Listen, if you like me, listen, do me a favor, make a 360, believe in God, that when I turn around this time, whatever's in 2022 that don't need to come with me, gonna stay behind me. Get thee behind me, Satan. Come on, somebody, you gotta leave it where it is. We got 14 more minutes in this amazing year, and I'm declaring we're walking into a season of no limits, no limits, no boundaries. I wish you would take off every limit that's on your life. Yes, God. Yes. I declare somebody just got up. Somebody just got up. Man, listen, I don't know, man. Just somebody repeat, say, I got 99 problems, but faith ain't one. Listen, why would God bring me this far if he did not have a plan for bringing me this far? I know what it's going to take in this season. I got 99 problems, but faith ain't one. The Bible says walk by faith and not by sight. So somebody, you need to get started right here, right now. You need to declare in this atmosphere, God, you told me to launch the business. God, you told me to start the school. God, you told me to write the book. Oh, Jesus, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Listen, I'm done waiting on somebody to make my elevation a reality. Man, anybody in here, you done? Man, I'm done dealing with fake people. I'm taking everything that belongs to me. Come on, AD, I'm done. Oh my goodness, I feel the glory of God in this church. For the next 12 minutes, we're going to worship and we're going to get out of here. But I know one thing for sure. I know one thing for certain. It's time to do something, 3D. It's time to do something. Do something. Matter of fact, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, do something. That was the wrong neighbor. Find you another one. Tell them, do something. Let me help you see your future right here. The reason why it's been a struggle for you to do something greater for your life is because you're too afraid of what limits have been placed on you. That's why I'm declaring 2023 the year of no limits. This is the year that we do what seemingly is impossible. Anybody that can tap into this atmosphere right here that can agree with what God is saying over this church, I declare what you do for his house, he'll do the same for your house. That's why I know for a fact only what you do for Christ will last. Every limit that's on your life right now, I'm praying that God is already removing. And 90% of the limitations that are placed on you are only the ones you placed on yourself. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Man, I want somebody to just posture your heart and worship for just a moment as we transition. But I want to start this year off with a chant, with a declaration. And I want you to mean it as we sing it. And I'm going to sing it one time and I'm going to pass the mic. But I want to just repeat after me, say, no limits. No limits. No boundaries. No boundaries. I see increase. I see increase. All around. All around. Just declare with me, say, no limits. No limits. No boundaries. No boundaries. I see increase. I see increase. All around. All around. Stretch forth. Stretch forth. Break forth. Break forth. Release me. Release me. Enlarge my territory. Help me out, let's say, if you don't mind.
Say no limits.
No limits.
No boundaries.
No boundaries.
I see it.
I see it.
All around me.
All around me.
Break forth.
Break forth.
Stretch forth. Release me.
Release.
Enlarge my territory.
Enlarge my territory.
Say no limits.
No limits.
No boundaries.
No boundaries.
I see it.
I see it.
All around. Stretch forth.
got to go into the new year, but I got to say this real quick. God just laid this on my spirit. Listen, there's a lot of y'all in here that's pregnant with destiny. And pregnant with purpose. Now let me explain. I reminded my firstborn son, IV, who's playing the drums right now. I will never forget that my wife was going into labor. No, she was in labor. I'm sorry. We were laying in the bed and she had to wait 6 hours for the doctor to arrive. She was pregnant and in labor, ready to push, but because the doctor was not present, she could not push without the doctor being present. What did that do? That almost killed my son. I almost had a hissy fit. I almost blew up Crawford Law. But watch this. Some of you guys are ready to push right now, but you've been waiting on other people to show up and your purpose is dying on the inside of you. God is saying you wait on the approval of somebody else. You get stuck behind the opinions of other people, but this is your year. No more limits. Look at your neighbors and neighbors. Time to push. It's time to push. Somebody make a joyful noise all over this place and praise His name over your life. Y'all ready to go into 2023? We counting down. Can we count down? Come on, can we give God the biggest praise for the next minute and 29